2, 1. Think about it. You see, religion has given you all so much cognitive dissonance. It gave it to me too. But watch this. Two things cannot exist in the same space. Not in this way. You cannot tell me that you believe that you are created in the image and the likeness of God, and then turn around and tell me that you were also created a sinner. Y'all are allowing one scripture where David said, I was born in iniquity, to create a whole doctrine for y'all. You see, that's cognitive dissonance. You believe in two polar opposite things. You're believing that you're created in the image of God, but you're also believing that you're created a sinner. I just want you to think about that. What sense does that make? None. But if somebody had an agenda to oppress, manipulate, confuse, and control the human collective mind, then it would take words and interject those words in order to create an iconography of who you are inside of your emotional brain. Somebody that's not mad, say, teach, brain coach. Everybody not going to say it. 60 of y'all watching, I know 60 people not going to say it, but I believe 20 people will say teach, brain coach, because you know it makes sense to you. Now that you mention it like this, it makes sense. I'm not going to teach you as if you don't have the capacity to process higher information, because all of you all have a prefrontal cortex, and I will not treat you like you are some incapable sinner who cannot understand higher order information. I refuse to do that to you. If you want to be treated like you are a sinner, you are on the wrong live. Block me today. I know who you are, even if you don't yet know who you are. You emanate from divinity. Do you understand that? To think that last year I would have called you demonic, I'm awakening happening. Listen, I've been called a demon by the best of them. But I understand that an emotional brain will call me a demon. You would rather call me a demon than to accept that you are divine, because it is so rare for a leader to open their mouth and tell you that you are divine, that you are powerful, that you have $1 million ideas inside your brain locked up right now. Did you hear what I just said? I said inside of your brain, right here in this yellow part of your brain, you have $1 million ideas that have never had the opportunity to communicate with you, because your emotional brain will not entertain those high level thoughts of yourself. I am looking at millionaires who are struggling financially because their brain still believes that they are unworthy sinners. They've tried to make us deny brain science in order to create blank slates. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is why, to my knowledge, it could be changing. I don't know of any public schools that teach neuroscience in any grade. Y'all let me know. I will stand corrected. I don't know of neuroscience being on no curriculum. Yes? Why? I wonder why that is. I wonder why that could be. I don't know of no churches especially black churches, what white churches do. I don't know no black churches that have neuroscience as part of their ministry educational curriculum. If you do, please send me their information. This is a nation that is trying to run y'all on theology and not knowledge of self. The one thing that could change your life, the one thing that could change your life, could change your money, could change your health, could change your relationships, is the one thing that these systems refuse to expose you to. That's why I have Brooks Consulting and Training Solutions, because my company is going to do it at the organizational level and at the individual level. I spend my mornings consulting with organizations, teaching them my new model of leadership. I spend my afternoons and evenings talking to y'all, trying to help you all know who you are. Because I was pissed off when I started learning about this stuff in my 40s, my late 40s at that. And my question was, why isn't this being taught in our schools and in our churches? Why? You're at Brooks too? Cool. Why? I'm in North Carolina. I don't go to any church. I am the church. But I used to pastor for 14 years. Why isn't the one thing that could change lives, that could improve our health, that could improve our finances, that could improve our relationships, that could improve our families and our communities? Why is that one thing not being taught in churches and schools? Because churches and schools are the one place where people are going to congregate no matter what. Churches and schools are the one place that folks are going to show up in masses. But they're also the two places where you cannot find any conversation, any curriculum on neuroscience. I wonder why. I wonder why that is. Wonder why T.D. Jakes and Sarah Jakes don't have a neuroscience ministry at their church. I wonder why Joel Osteen don't be teaching on neuroscience at his church. Juanita Bynum took neuroscience classes, but she won't teach it to y'all. I wonder why that could be. I wonder why that could be. Right. If this was taught in kindergarten, the creativity and power that will come from our babies. Listen. Y'all, if I knew this, what I know now about my brain, if I had been taught this as a child, I would be a multi-millionaire today, able to change the world, because I would have so many resources.